Thank you very much for joining me. Today we're learning how to create transaction codes. We have learned how to create a GL code and a tax code just previously, so right now we will focus on the actual codes. Go to your system configuration, transaction codes, and again, the three main tabs right on top will indicate you what you're creating. From our codes, if we were to go to the drop-down menu, we have 4 different types of charges that we can create. The room charge will be only for room charges. This will appear and affect your ADR, so we definitely don't recommend entering any other type of charges. Other charges will be for the overall charges that are not payment, and it should go under the other charges area. We have the special that contains the deposit holdings and the travel agent commission transaction codes. These codes are created when RoomKeyPMS database is set up and are required for it to function properly. Please do not create or alter transaction codes within this code type, or the function of the RoomKeyPMS will be compromised. And the last one is a payment. All payments related transaction codes should be created under this area. Let's start by creating a room charge. As you can see, we will have the room charge or the room rate usually created as an automatic transaction code within our system. So if we wish to create a new one, let's just say we're going to create a room rate with no tax. Some hotels have those room rates. We will go ahead to the add. From here, my menu on the bottom has been activated, and as well as all of the tabs. I will just go ahead and say room, no, or maybe something else in room NT for no tax. Description is where we actually get to write the whole name of the transaction code. Room, no tax. If it belongs to a transaction subgroup, we can select it from here. In this case, we don't have any option as we're just creating the room, no tax. Perfect, so once we have done that, we will go ahead and OK to save it. And the pop-up will let us know that it requires a GL account to be added before we can activate this transaction code. We will go ahead and OK, and we will go to the accounts. Here is where we will add the GL account or general ledger account, which this transaction code will be reporting revenue to. We will go ahead and insert, and where it says credit, we will click for the drop-down menu until we find that room revenue in which the room no tax will be posting revenue to. Go ahead and OK. Now, in this example that I'm giving, this is a room with no taxes, but if you were creating a room that certain taxes applied, we can certainly go to the Taxes tab and add any of our existing taxes. By selecting it, adding it, and then posting. As we're not intending to do that, we will go ahead, and now that we have added a GL account or a general ledger account, as you will notice, we don't have the active checkbox activated. So what we will need to do in order for us to be able to start using this code will be go ahead to modify, activate, and once that checkbox is checked, we will go ahead and OK, and it will show us that our room no tax has been activated. Just keep in mind that your room tax, your room rate is the one that you most likely going to be posting in all of your room charges. And to make sure that this one is set up as default, you can go ahead and modify, set as default, OK. Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to continue teaching you how to create a transaction code.